So while in assisted living, that gave me the opportunity to be both the nurse, to have hands-on care, and also to learn the business aspect of of care, of healthcare. During that time, I saw a lot of things. I did a lot of things. I learned a lot of things, and I worked hard for other companies, which I mean that was my way to learn. That was my way to learn. I learned a lot. I learned there were things that I agreed with, of course, and there were things that I definitely did not agree with. When you are working with big corporations, as did I during that time, all they're looking at is the bottom line. They're wanting to make sure that bottom line is right, which is important. So don't get me wrong on that. But the most important thing for me, and it should be for you and anyone else in healthcare, is to make sure that people have the best possible quality care that we can actually offer. So when I continued to try with the people with the regional companies and all, to work with them to get the best help. And then I saw clients that didn't need to be there. Maybe there was maybe some other things that could have happened. They could have gone home with home care. Just different things that could have happened, or been in an adult daycare. But those things, of course, because I was an administrator, the company that I worked with at that time, they wanted me to get people there. They wanted them to stay there, and it was very pricey. I mean, some up to $4, 5, $6,000 a month, and that was in 2013. That being said, I started thinking about things, and I noticed there was also a gap. There was also a gap in there of people that could afford coming to an assisted living, and people that could not afford it. So, but they didn't have, they were like in a gap. They were in this hole, where. So, and during that time, I started trying to figure out, and y'all, honestly, this was way before I actually opened Angelic Services. There was a gap because assisted living was too expensive, and they didn't have enough money to pay for some of the some of the companies that actually charge for home care. So I wanted to be that in between person, but I dealt with that. I mean, I had to work through that and just learn the business side of it. I've been a nurse. I've been a nurse from heart, forever. That's always been my love. I've always loved people, and I will continue to love people. Um, that's why I'm still in this business, in my own personal business, over 8 years. And I do consider myself an expert in that particular business, as well as in some other, do other things. I sit on the board of directors for Regenesis, which is a nonprofit healthcare, or nonprofit doctor's office, right here in our town. I am on the state board for the Alzheimer's Association. So there are several different things that I volunteer to do. But back to the clients that when I saw clients that needed care, or their family just needed maybe a few hours so they could go to work and get back home to their mom, that was when I said, okay, there has to be a way. There has to be a way to make this happen. So I started doing my research, and I researched this again. This was given, and I look back at some of my documents. This vision was given to me in 2004. I did not open the business until 2013. So there was a lot going on. I was learning a lot, being built, seeing people having to run out of buildings, not wanting to stay, just because they wanted to be at home. They wanted to be at home. And what I believe in is people having the best possible quality of life at the end of life. They deserve that. They deserve that. So here comes Angelic Services in 2013. started putting the pieces together. A lot of the pieces were from 2004, because I already had done it, but I just could not fathom how could they pay for it. I was more worried about how they could pay for it than than anything else. So I went ahead and, later on in 2013, I started studying. Well, I already had studied, I just was like, okay, now's the time, and here we go. So I will say, and I proudly say, that we have been through things. I've had to learn. I have had to learn so many things on my own, but through what I have learned and what I plan to share to anyone that is willing, it's almost priceless. I mean, when I say years of knowing, because people are not gonna, the state, when it comes to things, they're not gonna tell you, but they will come and find you. And I don't mean FIND, I mean FINE, if things are not done appropriately. So again, my business, my home care business, and my adult day is located here in Gaffney, South Carolina, in the woods, And again, I pride myself on being genuine. I pride myself on loving on our clients, giving them, dancing with them, giving them the best quality of care. Even our employees that go into the home, go and comb their hair and put on some makeup. Just make them feel good. You know what I mean? So that is who I am. I'm a nurse. I'm an author. I am a dementia instructor, CPR instructor, real estate investor, just many things that are that just kind of fall under those, under nursing. But my love is people. My love is nursing. But there's so many people out there that need this help, and I can't do it all. So what better way to help than to help somebody than to actually teach you exactly what I know and which ways to go, and give you the resources, the information to actually get out there and do it yourself. I hope this helps, and I'll see you soon. Again, I'm Katrina Smith.